welcome to you to tonight's swim meet. We apologize for the technical difficulties we were experiencing. We are starting up now. We are in event 3, the women's 200-yard freestyle. We have scheduled in lane 2, the Bears Holly Adams, lane 3, the Bears Britton McCoy, lanes 4 and 5 belong to Scotty's Claire Waggle and Maisie Mallet. Lane 6 is the Redskins Ella Dooling, and lane 7 is the Scotty's Annika Lindsay. Again, this is the women's 200-yard freestyle. The events that we weren't able to capture online, again we apologize for that, was the women's and men's 200-yard medley relays. At the break tonight, we will attempt to display the times that I was able to record from the scoreboard. Again, they are unofficial, but we will try to attempt to give you guys an update on that as time allows. Tonight's meet features the Coshocton Redskins, the John Glenn Little Muskies, the Riverview Black Bears, and the Tri-Valley Scotties. We'd like to thank Muskingum YMCA for hosting our event tonight at the natatorium, and we are grateful for all the teams that were able to come out. Likewise, we are glad that you could join us. Again, lane 2 and 3 belong to the Bears Holly Adams and Britton McCoy. Lanes 4 and 5 are the Scotties Claire Waggle and Maisie Mallet. Lane 6 is the Redskins Ella Dooling, and lane 7 is the Scotties Annika Lindsay. Ladies and gentlemen, according to our leaderboard, we show first place going to the Scotties senior Claire Waggle. Second place, Scotties Maisie Mallet. Third place shows the Bears Britton McCoy. Fourth place, the Redskins Ella Dooling. Fifth place, the Bears Holly Adams, and rounding out Scotty's Annika Lindsay. Our next event is the men's 200-yard freestyle. We have scheduled in lane 1 the Muskies Adam Johnson. Lane 2 is the Scotties Sean McDonald. Lane 3 is the Bears Evan McPeak. Lane 4 is the Scotties Hansel Holmes. Lanes 5, 6, and 7 belong to the Bears Cohen Bible, Colin Addy, and Draven Center. They're off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's come to our attention we are experiencing trouble with the sound. We will work on that and try to get that rounded out for you as well. Until then, we'll try to stick with you. Again, lane 1 belongs to the Muskies Adam Johnson. Lane 2, the Scotties Sean McDonald. Lane 3, the Bears Evan McPeak. Lane 4, Scotties Hansel Holmes. Lanes 5, 6, and 7 are the Bears Cohen Bibble, Colin Addy, and Draven Center, respectively. Going down through the lineup again. we have the Muskies, Adam Johnson in lane 1. Lane 2 is the Scotties senior, Sean McDonald. Lane 3, the Bears, Evan McPeak. Lane 4, the Scotties, Hansel Holmes. Lane 5, the Bears, Cohen Bible. Lane 6, the Bears, Colin Addy. And lane 7, the Bears, Draven Center. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't get a chance to ask Cohen the pronunciation of his last name. It's spelled Bible. I'm not sure if it's pronounced that way or not, but it will be the rest of tonight, or at least until I get a chance to ask him at the break. Again, we're sorry for the technical difficulties we had early on, but it looks like we're in the game now. Praise God for that. We're glad that this Friday evening we can bring you your swimmer, or whichever swimmer you're interested in seeing tonight. Again, we thank you for joining us. According to our leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen, we show lane 4 of the Scotties, Hansel Holmes. Lane 5, the Bears, Cohen Bible. First and second place, respectively. Third place, according to our scoreboard, is showing lane 6, the Bears, Colin Addy. Last swimmers are swimming in now, ladies and gentlemen. According to our scoreboard, we show lane 3, the Bears, Evan McPeak. Followed by lane 7, the Bears, Draven Center. Then lane 1, rounding out, the Muskies, Adam Johnson. Our next event is the women's 200-yard individual medley. We have 5 swimmers scheduled for this. Lane 2 is the Scotties, Jesse Furman. Lane 3 is the Redskins, Ella Baylor. Lanes 4 and 5 belong to the Scotties, Serena Mann and Emma Lewis. And in lane 6 is the Bears, Jillian Stamper. They mount the blocks. They're in the water. Again, they begin with the butterfly. We have in lane 2 the Scotties, Jesse Furman. Lane 3, the Redskins, Ella Baylor. Lanes 4 and 5 are Scotties, Serena Mann and Emma Lewis. Lane 6 is the Bears, Jillian Stamper. Our first swimmers have gone on to the backstroke leg. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears in lane 4 is the Scotties, Serena Mann out in front. In second place appears to be the Redskins, Ella Baylor. Third place appears to be the Scotties, Emma Lewis. As we go through the meet, ladies and gentlemen, I will refer to things like on our scoreboard. It will be unofficial time because the official time is kept by our timekeeper volunteers. There are 2 of them. They use 2 different stopwatches. I believe that they average those times. But all that is to say that our leaderboard may or may not be accurate. There's also the slim possibility, I don't want to bring any curses down on anybody, but there is the slim possibility a swimmer could be disqualified also. So as I give results, they may not or may be official. They are into the breaststroke leg of, again, the women's 200-yard individual medley. We do still have out in front the Scotties, Serena Mann in lane 4. Second place looks like lane 2, the Scotties, Jesse Furman. Third place appears to be Scotties, Emma Lewis in lane 5. Followed by them is the Redskins, Ella Baylor. And the Bears, Jillian Stamper. They have now begun the last leg, the freestyle leg of the women's 200-yard individual medley. As they come down the last leg, the Scotty Serena Man in lane 4, well out in front. Our scoreboard shows Scotty Serena Man finishing with a time of 2 minutes, 44 seconds. Next, we show in lane 2 the Scotties Jesse Furman with a time of 2 minutes, 52 seconds. We show third place from the leaderboard in lane 5 the Scotties Emma Lewis with a time of 2 minutes, 53 seconds. Following up lane 3, fourth place with a time of 3 minutes even is the Redskins Ella Baylor. And rounding out our race, ladies and gentlemen, in lane 6, the Bears' Jillian Stamper with a time of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Our next event is the men's 200-yard individual medley. We show 6 swimmers scheduled for this. Lane 2 is the Muskies' Owen Headley. Lane 3 is the Bears' senior Luke Massey. Lane 4 is Bears' junior Cole Tatro. Lane 5 is the Scotties senior Mason McDaniel. Lane 6 is the Redskins Aiden Stein. And lane 7 is Scotties Jonathan Barker. They take the blocks. And they're in the water, ladies and gentlemen. As they come down the butterfly leg, ladies and gentlemen, we show in the center is the Bears' Cole Tatro in front. Followed closely by Mason McDaniel of the Scotties and Luke Massey of the Bears. We definitely have a battle going for second place. First place is still the Bears' Cole Tatro out in front. Junior from Riverview. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now into the breaststroke leg of the men's 200-yard individual medley. We have still out in front is the Bears from Riverview, Cole Tatro. Second place appears to belong to Scotty senior Mason McDaniel. Third place currently is the Bears' Luke Massey. In lane 7, we have the Scotties Jonathan Barker. Lane 6, the Redskins Aiden Stein. Lane 5, Scotty senior Mason McDaniel. Lane 4, Riverview Bears Cole Tatro. Lane 3, the Bears senior Luke Massey. And lane 2, the Muskies Owen Headley. They are now well into the freestyle leg, the final leg of the individual medley. We have well out in front is the Bears' Cole Tatro in lane 4. It appears that he's going to finish in first place. Followed by him, we have Scotty senior Mason McDaniel and the Bears senior Luke Massey battling for second place. Ladies and gentlemen, it's close. They're trying to drive each other on, spurring on, and the leaderboard shows second place goes to the Bears senior Luke Massey. Third place, Scotty senior Mason McDaniel. We show unofficial times. First place, the Bears Cole Tatro with a time of 2 minutes 18 seconds. Second place, the Bears senior Luke Massey with a time of 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Third place going to Scotty senior Mason McDaniel with a time of 2 minutes 25 seconds. Rounding out the race, ladies and gentlemen, in lane 6, the Redskins Aiden Stein. In lane 6, the Scotties Jonathan Barker. And then in lane 2, the Muskies Owen Headley. Our next event, we begin with the 500-yard freestyles. The break will follow all of the 50-yard freestyles. We begin with the women's. We have three heats scheduled for this. Strike that. There are four heats scheduled for the women's event number 7, 50-yard freestyle. We have 5 swimmers scheduled for the first 50. This will be fast and furious. We have the Redskins in lanes 2 and 3, Kate Brady and Christiana Vinti. Lane 4 belongs to the Bears, Elizabeth Birkbeck. Lane 5 is the Redskins, Anna Jansen. And lane 6 is the Bears, Kirsten Courtright. Lane 6. They have one turn and they're heading back now, ladies. Lane 1 is the far lane at the top of your screen. Lane 8 is the closest lane to you. Lanes 1, 7, and 8. 1, 6, 7, and 8 are empty for this heat. It looks like in first place we are going to have, our leaderboard shows lane 5, the Redskins, Anna Jansen. Second place, lane 4, the Bears, Elizabeth Birkbeck. Third place, lane 3, the Redskins, Christiana Vinti. And rounding out our race in lane 2, the Redskins, Kate Brady. We're now on to heat number 2. We have all 8 lanes scheduled for this. Lanes 1 and 2 are the Scotties, Anna Thomas and Chloe Berry. Lane 3 and 4 belong to the Bears, Cindy Canada and Courtney Bookless. Lane 5 is the Scotties senior Rhiannon Shaw. Lane 6, the Muskies Jensen LaCroix. Lane 7 is the Bears Cam McGinnis. And lane 8, the Redskins Abby McVeigh. As there are 8 of them, I'll do my best to name them off again, ladies and gentlemen. Lane 1 and 2 belong to Scotties Anna Thomas. Lane 2 is Chloe Berry. Lanes 3 and 4 belong to the Bears. Lane 3, Cindy Canada. Lane 4, Courtney Bookless. Lane 5 is Scotties senior Rhiannon Shaw. Lane 6 is the Muskies Jensen LaCroix. Lane 7 is the Bears Cam McGinnis. Lane 8, the Redskins Abby McVeigh. They're all close together, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like lane 2, Chloe Berry of the Scotties, is out in front. We'll see what our leaderboard shows. Ladies and gentlemen, the leaderboard shows Scotty, Chloe Berry, first place with a time of 34:66. Second place shows lane 5, Scotty Rhiannon Shaw. Third place shows lane 6, Muskie Jensen LaCroix. Fourth place, lane 7, Bears Cam McGinnis. Fifth place, lane 1, the Scotties Anna Thomas. Sixth place, lane 3, the Bears Cindy Canada. Rounding out our race, ladies and gentlemen, the Bears Courtney Bookless, lane 4. We're coming up on heat 3 now. Heat 3 of 4, event 7, women's 50-yard freestyle. We have lane 1, the Scotties Katie Davis. Lane 2, Redskins Katie Jackson. Lanes 3 and 4 belong to the Bears, Michaela White and Marianne Lozowski. Lane 5 is the Redskins Chloe Hall. Lane 6 is the Scotties Ava Harris. Lane 7 and 8 are the Bears Piper Andrews and Emily Williams. These races are fast. We only have time to run down the lineup twice. We'll do it again though. Lane 1, Scotties Katie Davis. Lane 2, Redskins Katie Jackson. Lane 3 and 4 belong to the Bears, Michaela White and Marianne Lozowski. Lane 5, Redskins Chloe Hall. Lane 6, Scotties Ava Harris. Lane 7 and 8 are the Bears, Piper Andrews and Emily Williams. Our leaderboard shows Lane 4, the Bears senior Marianne Lozowski in first place with a time of 30 seconds even. We show second place going to lane 5, the Redskins Chloe Hall. Third place going to lane 6, the Scotties Ava Harris. Fourth place going to lane 3, the Bears Michaela White. Fifth place going to lane 7, the Bears Piper Andrews. Sixth place going to lane 1, the Scotties Katie Davis. Seventh and 8th are lane 8, Emily Williams of the Bears, and lane 2, Katie Jackson from the Redskins. We have heat 4 now of the women's 50-yard freestyle. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go up and down the roster. Lane 1, the Bears, Rachel Smalley. Lane 2, Scotties Mia Furman. Lane 3, the Bears, Carolyn Cox. Lanes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 all belong to Scotties. Lanes 4 is Scotties senior Larissa Lynch. Lane 3 is the Bears, Carolyn Cox. Lane 5, 6, 7, and 8 all are Scotties, Alex Dale, Emma Pratt, Avery Mallet, Allie Norman. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for this race we had the Bears, Rachel Smalley in lane 1. We had the Scotties, Mia Furman in lane 2. The Bears, Carolyn Cox in lane 3. The rest of the lanes were all Scotties. 4, Larissa Lynch, senior. 5, Alex Dale. 6, Emma Pratt. 7, Avery Mallet. 8, Allie Norman. We showed the winner going to Larissa Lynch, lane 4, Scotties senior. Second place showed Alex Dale, lane 5. Third place showed the Bears, Carolyn Cox. We will now move on to the men's 50-yard freestyle. This is scheduled for 2 heats, ladies and gentlemen. 2 heats for the men's 50-yard freestyle. We have 7 swimmers scheduled for the first heat. I'll give you their name. They're on the blocks as soon as they're in the water. Lane 1, we have the Scotties, Erpen Perek. Lane 2 and 3 belong to Muskies, Weston Walrath, and Lincoln Parks. Lanes 4 and 5 are the Scotties, Ethan Ankrum and Blaine Cox. Lane 6 is the Bears, Brody Fisher. Lane 7 is the Redskins, Tommy Lawrence. Again, top to bottom, far lane to close lane, Scotty, Arpen Perek. Muskie, Weston Walrath. Lane 3, Lincoln Parks. Lanes 4 and 5, Scotty's, Ethan Ankrum, Blaine Cox. Lane 6, Bears, Brody Fisher. And lane 7, the Redskins, Tommy Lawrence. For heat 2, ladies and gentlemen, the final heat, men's 50-yard freestyle. 8 swimmers scheduled for this. We have all 7 lanes, 1 through 7 are all Bears. Lane 8 belongs to the Redskins. The Bears, lane 1, Jonathan View. Lane 2, Malik Better. Lane 3, Cohen Bible. Lane 4, Reese Pepper. Lane 5, J.T. Roberts. Lane 6, Zachariah Phillips. Lane 7, Jamal Watts. And 8 is the Redskins, Connor McCabe. They're on the blocks. They're in the water. Lane 1, Bears, Jonathan View. Lane 2, Bears, Malik Better. Lane 3, Bears, Cohen Bible. Lane 4, Bears, Reese Pepper. Lane 5, Bears, J.T. Roberts. Lane 6, Bears, Zachariah Phillips. Lane 7, the Bears, Jamal Watts. And lane 8, the Redskins, Connor McCabe. According to our leaderboard, lane 4, Reese Pepper in first place. Lane 5, J.T. Roberts in second place. Lane 3, Cohen Bible in third place. Lane 6, fourth place, Zachariah Phillips. Lane 7, fifth place, Jamal Watts. We will now head into our 15-minute break, ladies and gentlemen, 15-minute break. Please enjoy this time. Thank you to our sponsors. Please make sure that you register, and please support our sponsors who make all of this possible. Thank you very much, and we'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently we ran the break short. We are going to a combined event. We will have the women's and men's 100-yard butterfly, beginning as soon as the teacher from the Peanut specials stops talking. Wah, wah, wah. No offense meant there, but that's all I can ever make out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm assuming they're in the water now. We have, in lanes 2 and 3, are the Scotties Emma Pratt and Emma Lewis. Lanes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are the men's 100-yard butterfly. Lane 4 is the Scotties Gabe Lentz. Lanes 5 and 6 are the Bears Braden Carr and Cole Catro. Lane 7 is the Scotties Cyrus Dittmar. And lane 8 is the Bears Jonathan View. Again, this is the 100-yard butterfly. We have the men in lanes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lane 4 is the Scotties Gabe Lentz. 5 and 6 is the Bears Braden Carr and Cole Tatro. Lane 7 is the Scotties Cyrus Dittmar. And lane 8 is the Bears Jonathan Boone. We have featured in lane 5 the Bears Senior Braden Carr and lane 7 the Scotties Senior Cyrus Dittmar. They're coming down the home stretch now, lady. We show in first place, lane 6, the Bears Cole Tatro. Second place, lane 7, Scotties Cyrus Dittmar. Third place, lane 5, the Bears Braden Carr. Ladies and gentlemen, we show of the women, Emma Lewis, lane 3, followed by Emma Pratt, lane 2. Our next event is the women's 100-yard freestyle. This is scheduled for 2 heats. Heat 1, 3 swimmers are scheduled. We have lane 3, the Bears Elizabeth Birkbeck, and lanes 4 and 5 are Scotties Ava Harris and Annika Lindsay. They're mounting the blocks. Lane 3, Bears Elizabeth Birkbeck. Lanes 4 and 5. They're in the water. Lanes 4 and 5, Scotty Ava Harris and Scotty Annika Lindsay. This is the women's 100-yard freestyle. That will be 4 lengths of the pool. Thank you, Captain Obvious. You're welcome. 4 lengths of the pool. Thus, the longer races with less swimmers are obviously much easier to call. We show in first place, in lane 4, the Scotties Ava Harris, followed in lane 2 by the Bears Elizabeth Birkbeck. Rounding out in lane 5, Scotties Annika Lindsay. As they're down for their 3rd length of the pool. Going into the turn in lane 4 is Scotty Ava Harris. Again, Scotty Ava Harris in lane 4, out in front currently, ladies and gentlemen. We have in lane 3 the Bears Elizabeth Birkbeck, currently in 2nd place. Lane 5, the Scotties Annika Lindsay. We show Ava Harris, Scotty, lane 4, with a time of 1 minute, 17 seconds, according to our leaderboard. Touching next, we have the Bears, Elizabeth Birkbeck, showing a time of 1 minute, 29 seconds. And then in lane 5, Scotty, Annika Lindsay, showing a time of 1 minute, 31 seconds. We now will begin Heat 2 of the women's 100-yard freestyle. We have 8 swimmers scheduled for this. Lane 1, Scotties Avery Dunn. Lane 2, Redskins Chloe Hall. Lanes 3 through 6 belong to the Scotties. Lane 3, Jessie Furman. Lane 4, Serena Mann. Lane 5, Mia Furman. Lane 6, Maisie Mallet. Lane 7 is the Bears, Michaela White. And lane 8 is the Muskies, Jensen LaCroix. We'll run down through the lineup again when they get into the water. They're on the block. They're waiting for their marks. And they're off. Lane 1 is the Scotties Avery Dunn. Lane 2 is the Redskins Chloe Hall. Lane 3, Scotty Jesse Furman. Lane 4, Scotty Serena Mann. Lane 5, Scotty Mia Furman. Lane 6, Scotty Maisie Mallet. Lane 7, the Bears, Michaela White. And lane 8, the Muskies, Jensen LaCroix. 1 length, they're coming down to start. Lane 2 to start, leg 3. We have in front, in lane 4, the Scotty Serena Mann. Second place appears to be lane 3, the Scotty Jesse Furman. There's a battle for third place. They'll line up again, ladies and gentlemen. Lane 1, Scotty's Avery Dunn. Lane 2, the Redskins Chloe Hall. Lane 3, Scotty Jesse Furman. Lane 4, Scotty Serena Mann. Lane 5, Scotty Mia Furman. Lane 6, Scotty Maisie Mallet. Lane 7, the Bears, Michaela White. And lane 8, the Muskies, Jensen LaCroix. Our leaderboard, our scoreboard shows lane 4, Serena Mann from the Scotties with a time of 1 minute, 2 seconds. Lane 3, the Scotties, Jesse Furman with a time of 1 minute, 3 seconds. We show third place, lane 5, Scotties Mia Furman with a time of 1 minute, 8 seconds. Our next event is the men's 100-yard freestyle, also scheduled for 2 heats. Heat number 1, we have scheduled in lane 3, the Scotties Isaac Lanning. In lane 4, we have the Bears Wesley Shantz. And in lane 5, the Scotties Erpin Perek. Gentlemen, we are attempting to get the leaderboard up again. I will do my best to give you everything as the race finishes. The swimmers are on the blocks. They are in the water. Again, our lineup is lane 3, Scotty Isaac Lanning. Lane 4, Bear Wesley Shantz. And lane 5, Scotty Erpin Perek. In the second length of the men's 100-yard freestyle, we have out in front in lane 4, the Bears, Wesley Shantz. Following closely behind him is the Scotties Erpin Perek in lane 5. Rounding out in lane 3 is Scotty Isaac Lanning. Again in front, lane 4, the Bears, Wesley Shantz. The Bears, Wesley Shantz in lane 4, out in front. He's coming down the last leg, reaching for the scoreboard. He shows a time, ladies and gentlemen. Bears, Wesley Shantz shows a time on our leaderboard of 1 minute, 7 seconds. I'm sorry, that's our scoreboard. Scoreboard. First place, lane 4, Bears, Wesley Shantz, 1 minute, 7 seconds. Lane 5, Scotty Erpin Perek, a time of 1 minute, 20 seconds. Again, Bears Wesley Shantz, a time of 1 minute, 7 seconds. According to our scoreboard, lane 5, Scotty Erpin Perek, a time of 1 minute, 20 seconds. And Scotty Isaac Lanning in lane 3, a time of 1 minute, 42 seconds. Coming up is heat 2 of 2. The men's 100-yard freestyle. We have scheduled lanes 1, 2, and 3 are Bears, Brody Fisher, Colin Addy, Jamal Watts. Lane 4 is Scotty Hansel Holm. Lanes 5 and 6 are Bears, Reese Pepper and Malik Better. Lane 7 is the Muskies, Owen Headley. As we've talked about in previous meets, actions to attempt to slow COVID. Swimmers go in at one end and exit the other. They're on their mark. They are off. We have lane 1, Bears Brody Fisher. Lane 2, Bear Colin Addy. Lane 3, Bear Jamal Watts. Lane 4, Scotty Hansel Holmes. Lane 5, Bear Reese Pepper. Lane 6, Bear Malik Better. And lane 7, Muskie Owen Headley. Owen Headley in lane 7. Lane 8 is empty for this race, ladies and gentlemen. We have a battle. Lane 4, Jamal Watts of the Bears, and lane 4, Hansel Holmes of the Scotties. Bear versus Scotty in the final turn. They're stroke for stroke. It's neck and neck. It looks like Bear Jamal Watts is a little in front. Strike that, ladies and gentlemen. It's Hansel Holmes, Scotty in front. He touches first with a time of 51.42, followed closely by Bear Reese Pepper. Reese Pepper, Bear, lane 5 with a time of 52.15, according to our scoreboard. Third place going to lane 6, Bears Reese Pepper with a time of 58.29. Ladies and gentlemen, according to our scoreboard, we show Brody Fisher a time of 1 minute. I'm sorry, Brody Fisher's time is not showing. Lane 2, Colin Addy, a time of 1 minute even. Jamal Watts, a time of 59.10. Lane 4, Jamal Watts, a time of 51 seconds. Lane 5, Hansel Holmes, a time of 52 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, strike that. That was Reese Pepper, a time of 52 seconds. I'm sorry, with the lane not showing on the scoreboard, it is hard to keep the lane straight. I apologize for that. Our next event is the women's 500-yard freestyle. They are on the blocks. They are in the water. The women's 500-yard freestyle. We have in lane 2 the Bears' Emily Williams. In lane 3, the Bears' senior Marianne Lazowski. In lane 4 is the Scotties' Allie Norman. In lane 5 is the Scotties' Alex Dale. Lane 6 belongs to the Bears' Cindy Canada. And lane 7 is the Redskins' Kendall Jackson. Redskins' Kendall Jackson in lane 7. Through one down and back, it appears I'm going to wait for their turn. It appears, ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Alex Dale in lane 5 out in front, followed in lane 4 by Scotty Allie Norman. Ladies and gentlemen, we have running out in front is Scotty Alex Dale in lane 5, followed in lane 4 by Scotty Allie Norman. It looks like third place is the Redskins' Kendall Jackson, attempting to close on second, but then again in fourth place in lane 3 the Bears senior Marianne Lazowski appears to be trying to close on third place. We may have a race for the later places, ladies and gentlemen. Currently out in front in lane 5 is Scotty Alex Dale. Lane 4, Scotty Allie Norman. But in lane 7, it looks like Redskin Kendall Jackson may be closing on Scotty Allie Norman. Unless I've lost a lap, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think likely this early on into the race. but anything is possible. As I've said so many times, I need a life preserver and an engine to compete with these ladies in this 500. The stamina that they have, the endurance to continue swimming stroke after stroke after stroke. Ladies and gentlemen, Scotty Alex Dale appears to be putting on a clinic, showing everybody this is how you swim the 500. We have coming in, just completing the turn in lane 4, Scotty Allie Norman, and lane 7, Redskin Kendall Jackson. The full lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Lane 2, the Bears, Emily Williams. Lane 3, the Bears, Marianne Lazowski. Lane 4, the Scotties, Allie Norman. Lane 5 is Scotty Alex Dale. Lane 6 is the Bears, Cindy Canada. And lane 7 is the Redskins, Kendall Jackson. And we are working to try to get the scoreboard up. We have been plagued by technical difficulties tonight. We're not exactly sure what's going on, but we are doing everything within our power to try to get both cameras up. And it has seemed tonight we get one camera up and the other one goes down. As the 500 has lots of time, I will read out the finishing times to everybody so it used to have them per the sound. Our lineup once again is: lane 2 belongs to the Bears, Emily Williams. Lane 3 is the Bears, Marianne Lazowski. Lane 4 is the Scotties, Allie Norman. Lane 5 is Scotty Alex Dale. Lane 6 is Black Bear, Cindy Canada. And lane 7 is the Redskins, Kendall Jackson. Again, we are so grateful for the schools that were able to come out tonight and join us in this swim meet. We have the Riverview Black Bears represented, the Tri-Valley Scotties, the John Glenn Muskies, and the Coshocton Redskins. The Redskins from Coshocton are represented by swimmer Kendall Jackson in lane 7. She will be the closest swimmer to you on your screen. The Riverview Black Bears are represented in lane 2 by Emily Williams, in lane 3 by Marianne Lazowski, and lane 6 by Cindy Canada. Our bell tolls for, once again, Scotty Alex Dale. Out in front for the 500, just one down and back left for Alex. And rounding out in our school representation tonight, lane 4 is Scotty Allie Norman. Scotty Allie Norman in lane 4. The Bears, Emily Williams in lane 2. The Bears, Marianne Lazowski in lane 3. The Scotties, Allie Norman in lane 4. The Scotties, Alex Dale in lane 5. She's sprinting down to finish out. Alex Dale, lane 5. According to the scoreboard, she has a time of 6 minutes, 19 seconds. 6 minutes and 19 seconds. I believe that is quite a fast 500, ladies and gentlemen. Rounding out our roster, lane 6 is the Bears, Cindy Canada, and lane 7 is the Redskins, Kendall Jackson. The Scotties, Allie Norman in lane 4, finishes showing a time of 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Finishing in lane 3 is the Bears, Marianne Lazowski. Our time board showing 6 minutes, 53 seconds for the Bears, Marianne Lazowski. In lane 7, the Redskins, Kendall Jackson, we show a time of 6 minutes, 56 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, I will read all of these off to you again. I will read swimmers and times at the end of the race. We currently have lane 2, the Bears, Emily Williams, still swimming. And in lane 6, the Bears, Cindy Canada. Finishing, we show the Bears, Marianne Lazowski in lane 3 with a time of 6 minutes, 53 seconds. In lane 4 is Scotty Allie Norman. Our board showing a time of 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Lane 5, Scotty Alex Dale, showing a time of 6 minutes, 19 seconds. And lane 7, the Redskins, Kendall Jackson, showing a time of 6 minutes, 56 seconds. We have lane 2, the Bears, Emily Williams, finishing. Our time board showing a time of 8 minutes, 19 seconds. Emily Williams, lane 2, showing a time of 8 minutes, 19 seconds. And in lane 6, the Bears, Cindy Canada, showing a time of 8 minutes, 41 seconds. I'll try to read these off again real quick to you, ladies and gentlemen. Lane 2, Emily Williams, 8 minutes, 19 seconds. Lane 3, Marianne Lazowski, 6 minutes, 53 seconds. Lane 4, Allie Norman, 6 minutes, 45 seconds. Lane 5, Alex Dale, 6 minutes, 19 seconds. Lane 6, Cindy Canada, 8 minutes, 41 seconds. Lane 7, Kendall Jackson, 6 minutes, 56 seconds. Next, we have the men's 500-yard freestyle. They are on the blocks. They are in the water. We have, according to the roster, in lane 2, the Bears, Draven Center. In lane 3, the Bears, Evan McPeak. In lane 4, the Scotties, Blaine Cox. In lane 5, the Bears, Brady Philbaum. In lane 6, the Scotties, Jonathan Barker. And lane 7, the Muskies, Weston Walrath. Ladies and gentlemen, as we go through the night, especially in the 500, I try to do things to liven them up. Sometimes I may make a bad attempt at a joke. I certainly meant no disrespect earlier when I was talking about the teacher from the Peanuts specials. I am so grateful for our Ohio High School Athletic Association officials that we have here tonight. I know it's not them speaking like that. We are very appreciative of the Y hosting us tonight. And I certainly mean no disrespect to them either. The acoustics are just such, or maybe it's just these old ears, that it sounds to me like the teacher in the old Charlie Brown specials. I can't understand anything they're saying, but fortunately you can make out. It's get on the blocks, take your mark, and start. Our men's 500-yard freestyle has started. We have some swimmers out in front. Currently in lane 4, the Scotties, Blaine Cox. He is followed in lane 5 by the Bears, Brady Philbaum. Third place appears at the moment to be Scotties, Jonathan Barker in lane 6, but very closely followed by the Bears, Evan McPeak in lane 3. In lane 2, we have the Bears, Draven Center. And lane 7, rounding out the Muskies, Weston Walrath. Our complete roster again is starting in lane 2, the Bears, Draven Center. Lane 3 is the Bears, Evan McPeak. Lane 4 is the Scotties, Blaine Cox. Lane 5 is the Bears, Brady Philbaum. Lane 6 is the Scotties, Jonathan Barker. And lane 7, the Muskies, Weston Walrath. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears we have the scoreboard up on the screen again. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus, for that. We know that's vitally important to you guys as well, too. We can vocally bring you what swimmers in what lane and do our best to do the times, but sometimes things go so fast I can't get out all the information verbally. So, ladies and gentlemen, watch now. Pray that it doesn't go away again. Please help us out. We can use all the prayers we can get. Our roster again for you is lane 2, the Bears, Draven Center. Lane 3, the Bears, Evan McPeak. Lane 4 is the Scotties, Blaine Cox. Lane 5 is the Bears, Brady Philbaum. Lane 6 is the Scotties, Jonathan Barker. And lane 7 is the Muskies, Weston Walrath. It appears Scotty Blaine Cox is out in front in lane 4. Lane 5 is the Bears, Brady Philbaum. Now appears to be clearly in second place. The lineup for you is lane 2, Draven Center from the Bears. Lane 3, Evan McPeak from the Bears. Lane 4, Blaine Cox of the Scotties. Lane 5, Brady Philbaum of the Bears. Lane 6, Jonathan Barker of the Scotties. And lane 7, Weston Walrath of the Muskies. It appears our leaders are on lap 15. Headed back down to the starting end of the pool. In lane 4 is Blaine Cox. In lane 5 is the Bears' Brady Philbaum. Lane 6, Scotty Jonathan Barker. Lane 7, Muskie Weston Walrath. Lane 2 is the Bears' Draven Center. Lane 3 is the Bears' Evan McPeak. Lane 4, Scotty Blaine Cox. Lane 5, Black Bear Brady Philbaum. Lane 6, Scotty Jonathan Barker. And lane 7, Muskie Weston Walrath. The official is ready. There sounds the bell for Scotty Blaine Cox in lane 4. He is on his last, down and back. Again, Scotty Blaine Cox in lane 4, out in front, ladies and gentlemen. Our lineup, once again, lane 2, Bears Draven Center. Lane 3, Bears Evan McPeak. Lane 4, Scotty Blaine Cox. Lane 5, Bears Brady Philbaum. Lane 6, Scotty Jonathan Barker. And 7, the Muskies, Weston Walrath. Ladies and gentlemen, Blaine Cox shows a time of 5 minutes, 53 seconds. 5 minutes, 53 seconds for Scotty leader, Blaine Cox. Next, our scoreboard shows the Bears' Brady Philbaum with a time of 6 minutes, 14 seconds. Next, we show in lane 3 the Bears' Evan McPeak with a time of 6 minutes, 22 seconds. Our other swimmers have down and backs, down and backs. We now show in lane 6 Scotty Jonathan Barker finishing with a time of 3 minutes, 37 seconds. 6 minutes, 37 seconds. 6 minutes. 3:37, he'd be in the Olympics. Sorry, Jonathan. I tried to make you faster than you are, but some things I just can't do. We have still swimming in lane 7, Muskie Weston Walrath, and lane 2, the Black Bears Draven Center. Ladies and gentlemen, lane 2, Draven Center has finished. Our time board is not displaying a time for him though. My apologies there. According to our scoreboard, we do have no time registering in lane 2 for Draven Center of the Bears. In lane 3, the Bears' Evan McPeak, we show a time of 6 minutes, 22 seconds. In lane 4, Scotty Blaine Cox shows a time of 5 minutes, 53 seconds. Lane 5, the Bears' Brady Philbaum shows a time of 6 minutes, 14 seconds. In lane 6, Scotty Jonathan Barker shows a time of 6 minutes, 37 seconds. And in lane 7, Muskie Weston Walrath shows a time of 8 minutes and 4 seconds. Our next event is the women's 200-yard freestyle relay. This is fast and furious as well. We show 7 lanes, 28 swimmers. That's a lot of names to try to get out, but I'll do my best. The teams are represented. In lane is the Riverview Black Bears. Lanes 2 and 3 are the Scotties. Lane 4 is the Bears. Lane 5 is the Scotties. Lane 6 and 7 belong to the Redskins. They are on the blocks. The first leg, lane 1, Bears, Holly Adams. Lane 2, Scotties, Ava Harris. Lane 3, Scotty Abry Mallet. Lane 4, the Bears, Rachel Smalley. Lane 5, Scotty Serena Mann. Lane 6, Redskin, Chloe Hall. And lane 7, Redskin, Kate Brady. I will go down through their rosters, ladies and gentlemen. Each woman swims 50 of the 200. Lane 1 for the Bears, the team is Holly Adams. Leg 2, Elizabeth Birkbeck. Leg 3, Cam McGinnis. Leg 4, Courtney Bookless. Make sure you're listening so you know where your swimmer will be. Lane 2 is the Scotties, Ava Harris, followed by Katie Davis. Then Avery Dunn. They're anchored by Emma Lewis. Lane 3, Scotty Abry Mallet, followed by Maisie Mallet. Leg 3, Allie Norman, anchorman Mia Furman. Lane 4 is the Bears team of Rachel Smalley, their senior. Michaela White follows her, senior Marianne Lazowski next, and their anchor person is senior Carolyn Cox. Lane 5 is Scotty team of Serena Mann, followed by Emma Pratt and Jessie Furman, and anchored by senior Claire Waggle. Lane 6 is the Redskins team of Chloe Hall, followed by Katie Jackson, Ella Baylor, and anchored by Autumn Jones. Lane 7 is the Redskins team of Kate Brady, Anna Jansen, followed by Avery McVeigh, and anchored by Ella Dooling. Down through that roster again, the teams are in lane 1, the Bears, Holly Adams, Elizabeth Birkbeck, Cam McGinnis, and Courtney Bookless. Lane 2, Scotties, Ava Harris, Katie Davis, Avery Dunn, and Emma Lewis. Lane 3, the Scotties, Avery Mallet, Maisie Mallet, Allie Norman, and Mia Furman. Lane 4 is the Bears, senior Rachel Smalley, Michaela White, senior Marianne Lazowski, and senior Carolyn Cox. Lane 5, the team is Serena Mann, Emma Pratt, Jessie Furman, and senior Claire Waggle. Lane 6 and 7 are the Redskins. Lane 6 team is Chloe Hall, Katie Jackson, Ella Baylor, and Autumn Jones. And lane 7 is the Redskins, Kate Brady, Anna Jansen, Abby McVeigh, and Ella Dooling. Unofficially, ladies and gentlemen, our scoreboard shows the team of the Scotties in lane 5 coming in first with a time of 1:54. Second place showing lane 3, the Scotties, with a time of 2 minutes, 3 seconds. Lane 4, the Bears, showing a time of 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Our next event is the men's 200-yard freestyle relay. The teams are lane 2 is the Scotties, lane 3 is the Muskies, lane 4 is the Bears, lane 5 is the Scotties, lane 6 is the Redskins, and lane 7 is the Bears. Lanes 1 and 8 will be empty for this race. The teams are for the Scotties in lane 2. They begin with Gabe Lentz, followed by Urban Perek, then Isaac Lanning, and anchored by Jonathan Barker. I will give you the first swimmer in each lane for each team as soon as they're in the water. They're on the blocks. They are in the water. Gabe Lentz, lane 1, Lincoln Parks in lane 2, Reese Pepper in lane 3, Mason McDaniel, senior, in lane 5, Aiden Stein in lane 6, and Jamal Watts in lane 7. The teams once again starting in lane 2, Scotties, Gabe Lentz, followed by Urban Perek, then Isaac Lanning, and anchored by Jonathan Barker. Lane 3 will be the Muskies team, Lincoln Parks starting out, followed by Adam Johnson, then Owen Headley, and anchored by Weston Walrath. Lane 4 is the Bears, Reese Pepper, followed by their senior Braden Carr, then Zachariah Phillips, and anchored by senior JT Roberts. The Scotties start out with senior Mason McDaniel, followed by senior Sean McDonald, then Blaine Cox, and anchored by Ethan Ankrum. Lane 6, leg 1, Aiden Stein, followed by Jaden Jones, then senior Tommy Lawrence, and anchored by Connor McCabe. Lane 7 is the Bears Jamal Watts, followed by Colin Addy, then Malik Better, and anchored by Cohen Bible. Our featured seniors, ladies and gentlemen, are Lane 4, the Bears, Reese Pepper, Braden Carr, and JT Roberts. Lane 5, Scotties, Mason McDaniel, and Sean McDonald. And in Lane 6 is the Redskins' Tommy Lawrence, all seniors. And let us not forget, in Lane 7, the Bears senior, Malik Better, swimming their third leg. The teams, one more final time here. Hopefully we'll get them all out. Lane 2 is Scotties, Gabe Lentz, Irfan Parak, Isaac Lanning, and Jonathan Barker. Lane 3, the Muskies, Lincoln Parks, Adam Johnson, Owen Headley, Weston Walrath. Lane 4 was the Bears, Reese Pepper, Braden Carr, Zachariah Phillips, JT Roberts. Lane 5, Scotty, Mason McDaniel, Sean McDonald, Blaine Cox, and Ethan Ankrum. Lane 6, Redskin, Aiden Stein, Jaden Jones, Tommy Lawrence, and Connor McCabe. And Lane 7, Jamal Watts, Colin Addy, Malik Better, and Cohen Bible of the Bears. According to the scoreboard, first place is Lane 4, the Bears, time of 1 minute, 37 seconds. Second place is showing Lane 7, the Bears, 1 minute and 41 seconds. And third place showing Lane 5, the Scotties team, 1 minute and 44 seconds. Our next event is the women's 100-yard backstroke. This is scheduled for 2 heats. Heat 1, 8 swimmers. Lane 1, Kate Brady of the Redskins. Lane 2, Scotty Chloe Berry. Lane 3, Redskins, Ella Dooling. Lanes 4 and 5 are the Bears, Cam McGinnis and Courtney Bookless. Lane 6 is the Redskins, Abby McVeigh. Lane 7 is the Scotties, Anna Thomas. And Lane 8 is the Redskins, Christiana Venti. We'll say them again when they get in the water. They are waiting the relay team to exit the pool. Our Ohio High School Athletic Association official has instructed them to get in the water. This is the women's 100-yard backstroke. Lane 1 is the Redskins' Kate Brady. Lane 2 is Scotty Chloe Berry. Lane 3, Redskin Ella Dooling. Lane 4, Bear Cam McGinnis. Lane 5, Bear Courtney Bookless. Lane 6 is the Redskins' Abby McVeigh. Lane 7, Scotty Anna Thomas. Lane 8 is the Redskins' Christiana Venti. In their first leg back, as the swimmers come by us, it is too tight for me to call, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go down through the roster again. Lane 1, Redskin Kate Brady. Lane 2, Scotty Chloe Berry. Lane 3, Redskin Ella Dooling. Lane 4, Bear Cam McGinnis. Lane 5, Bear Courtney Bookless. Lane 6, Redskin Abby McVeigh. Lane 7, Scotty Anna Thomas. Lane 8, Redskin Christiana Venti. They are in, I believe, the final turn, ladies and gentlemen. From my vantage point, it looks like Lane 4, the Bears' Cam McGinnis appears to be out in front. Second place is too close for me to call. 3 swimmers close together. We'll see what our scoreboard shows at the end here, ladies and gentlemen. We show in Lane 4, the Bears' Cam McGinnis with a time of 1 minute, 34 seconds. Second place shows to be Lane 3, the Redskins, Ella Dooling, with a time of 1 minute, 37 seconds. Third place shows Lane 2, the Scotties, Chloe Berry, with a time of 1 minute, 38 seconds. We will go down our roster for Heat 2. Lane 1, the Scotties Avery Dunn. Lane 2, the Bears, Rachel Smalley, a senior swimming for the Bears. Lane 3, another Bears senior, Carolyn Cox. Lane 4, Tri-Valley Scotties, Larissa Lynch. Lane 5, Redskins, Autumn Jones. Lane 6, Scotties senior, Claire Waggle. Lane 7, the Bears, Piper Andrews. And lane 8 is the Scotties, Katie Davis. That roster, once again, lane 1, Avery Dunn. Lane 2, Rachel Smalley. Lane 3, Carolyn Cox. Lane 4, Larissa Lynch. Lane 5, Autumn Jones. Lane 6, Claire Waggle. Lane 7, Piper Andrews. Lane 8, Katie Davis. They are in the water. Lane 3 is empty, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure why. It appears we have swimming in lane 1, Scotty Avery Dunn. Lane 2, Bears, Rachel Smalley. Lane 4, Scotty senior, Larissa Lynch. I'm sorry, lane 2 is the Bears senior. It is Rachel Smalley, but she's a senior. I forgot to call her out. Sorry about that, Rachel. God bless you in your senior year. Lane 5 is the Redskins, Autumn Jones, picking up where we left off. Lane 6, Scotty senior, Claire Waggle. Lane 7 is the Bears, Piper Andrews. And lane 8, the Scotties, Katie Davis. We have out in front is lane 4, Scotty senior, Larissa Lynch. Second place, too close for me to call. 3 swimmers look like they're in striking distance. Lane 2, the Bears, Rachel Smalley senior for the Bears. And lanes 5, Redskins, Autumn Jones. And lane 6, Scotty senior, Claire Waggle. All appear to be in striking distance for second place. Ladies and gentlemen, our scoreboard shows lane 4, Scotty senior, Larissa Lynch with a time of 1 minute, 7 seconds. Next it shows lane 6, Scotty senior, Claire Waggle with a time of 1 minute and 12 seconds. And then next it shows in lane 5, Redskins, Autumn Jones with a time of 1 minute and 14 seconds. We show in lane 1, the Scotties Avery Dunn, a time 1 minute 39 seconds. In lane 2, Bears senior Rachel Smalley with a time of 1 minute and 15 seconds. Rounding out lane 7, our scoreboard doesn't display its time. Sorry about that. Lane 8, Scotty Katie Davis with a time of 1 minute and 34 seconds. We now have the men's 100-yard backstroke, scheduled for 2 heats. First heat, 3 swimmers. Lane 3, Scotty Isaac Lanning. Lane 4 is the Bears, Wesley Shantz. And lane 5 is the Muskies, Lincoln Park. They have begun. Again, lane 3, Scotty Isaac Lanning. Lane 4, Bears, Wesley Shantz. Lane 5, the Muskies, Lincoln Parks. It appears in order from bottom to top. At the first turn, the Muskies, Lincoln Parks, followed by the Bears, Wesley Shantz. Rounding out is Scotty Isaac Lanning. As they come down to the turn at the blocks, Bears, Wesley Shantz has pulled out a little bit ahead of Muskie, Lincoln Parks. Coming out of the turn, he's extended his lead. We show Wesley Shantz in lane 4, the Bears in first place. He is followed by the Muskies, Lincoln Parks in lane 5. Rounding out our race in lane 3 is Scotty Isaac Lanning. Again, in front, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Bears, Wesley Shantz in lane 4. In lane 5, the Muskies, Lincoln Parks. Wesley Shantz, lane 4, shows a time of 1 minute, 16 seconds. Lane 5, the Muskies, Lincoln Parks, shows a time of 1 minute, 22 seconds, according to our time board that we have up on the wall here. Thank goodness it's still displaying on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Rounding out our race, still swimming, is the Scotties, Isaac Lanning. As you can hear the crowd pick up cheers. I'm sorry, that's not a crowd. Spectators aren't allowed here. That's all the teams cheering for him, ladies and gentlemen. Forgot my COVID restrictions there for a second. Only essential people here are here, I promise you. Rounding out our race, Scotties, Isaac Lanning, showing a time of 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Heat 2 of the men's 100-yard backstroke. We have scheduled Lane 2, Redskin Aiden Stein. Lane 3, Bears, Luke Massey, senior for the Bears. Lane 4 is another Bears senior, Brady Philbaum. Lane 5, another senior for the Scotties, Mason McDaniel. Lane 6, another senior for the Bears, JT Roberts. And Lane 7, another senior, the Scotties, Sean McDonald. All of our racers, except for one, are seniors. We have the Redskins junior, Aiden Stein, in Lane 2. The other seniors, the Bears, Luke Massey, Lane 3. The Bears, Brady Philbaum, Lane 4. Lane 5 is Scotties, Mason McDaniel. Lane 6, JT Roberts. Lane 7, Sean McDonald. And they've begun. They're off. Our roster again, top to bottom. Redskins, Aiden Stein. Lane 2. Lane 3, the Bears, Luke Massey. Lane 4, the Bears, Brady Philbaum. Lane 5, Scotty, Mason McDaniel. Lane 6, the Bears, JT Roberts. And Lane 7, Sean McDonald. Again, ladies and gentlemen, lanes 3 through 7 are all seniors. Lanes 3 through 7 are all seniors. Lane 3, the Bears, Luke Massey. Lane 4, the Bears, Brady Philbaum. Lane 5, the Scotties, Mason McDaniel. Lane 6, the Bears, JT Roberts. And Lane 7, the Scotties, Sean McDonald. In Lane 2, we have the Redskins junior, Aiden Stein. At the turn, we have an extremely close race. They are headed back for the finals here, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Lane 2, Luke Massey, but closing on him is Mason McDaniel. We'll see what our scoreboard shows. We show Lane 3, the Bears senior, Luke Massey, with a time of 1 minute and 1 second. Our board shows in first place. Second place, our board shows Lane 5. The Scotties, Mason McDaniel, with a time of 1 minute and 2 seconds. Third place is showing Lane 6. The Bears, JT Roberts, with a time of 1 minute and 4 seconds. Again, special call out to our seniors, Luke Massey, Brady Philbaum, Mason McDaniel, JT Roberts, and Sean McDonald. That was Heat 2 of the men's 100-yard backstroke. Our next event is the women's 100-yard breaststroke. We have 7 swimmers scheduled. We will call them out as soon as they're in the water. This event, 1 heat, 7 swimmers. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we just have 6 swimmers. Lane 1 and lane 8 will be empty. This is the breaststroke. We show on our roster in lane 2, Scotty Senior, Rhiannon Shaw. Lane 3 is the Bears, Jillian Stamper. Lane 4 is the Bears, Britton McCoy. Lane 5 is the Scotties, Avery Mallet. Lane 6 is the Redskins, Anna Jensen. Lane 7 is the Bears, Holly Adams. At the second turn, it appears to be lane 4, the Bears, Britton McCoy out in front. Followed in lane 5 by the Scotties, Avery Mallet. Third place is a battle between the Bears, Jillian Stamper in lane 3, and the Redskins, Anna Jensen in lane 6. Again, our lineup is lane 2, Scotty Senior, Rhiannon Shaw. The Bears, Jillian Stamper in lane 3. Lane 4 is the Bears, Britton McCoy. Lane 5 is the Scotties Avery Mallet. Lane 6 is the Redskins Anna Jansen. Lane 7 is the Bears Holly Adams. Clearly in first. Lane 4 is the Bears Britton McCoy. Second place belongs to Lane 5, the Scotties Avery Mallet. Lane 4, the Bears Britton McCoy, shows a time of 1 minute, 26 seconds as our winner. Lane 5, the Scotties Avery Mallet, a time of 1 minute and 30 seconds. Third place, we show Lane 3, the Bears, Jillian Stamper, with a time of 1 minute, 39 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently some swimmers are starting down the other path before our last swimmer finishes up. We had in lane 1, Scotty Rhiannon Shaw, senior for the Tri-Valley. Lane 2 was the Bears, Jillian Stamper. Lane 3 was Jillian Stamper. Lane 4 was the Bears, Brittany McCoy. Lane 5, Scotties Avery Mallet. Lane 6, Anna Jansen of the Redskins. And lane 7 was the Bears, Holly Jansen, who shows a time of 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Next event will be the men's 100-yard breaststroke. We have on our roster lane 2, Gabe Lentz. Lane 3, Zachariah Phillips. Lane 4, Cyrus Dittmar. Lane 5, Braden Card. Lane 6, Adam Johnson. Lane 7, Jaden Jones. Our official instructing them to take the blocks. On their marks, they are begun. Lane 2, Scotty Gabe Lentz. Lane 3 is the Bears, Zachariah Phillips. Lane 4 is Scotty Senior, Cyrus Dittmar. Lane 5 is the Bears, Senior, Braden Card. Lane 6 is the Muskies, Adam Johnson. And lane 7 belongs to the Redskins, Jaden Jones. As they head back, it appears first place belongs to Scotty Senior, Cyrus Dittmar. Second place is a battle of the Bears, lane 3, Zachariah Phillips, and lane 5, the senior, Braden Call. As they attempt to catch Scotty Cyrus Dittmar in lane 4. We definitely have a battle for second place. Coming out of this turn, Cyrus Dittmar maintains his lead for the Scotties. Next, a very narrow margin is the Bears senior Braden Carr, followed so closely you can barely tell. The Bears, Zachariah Phillips. What a close race. And second place goes to Zachariah Phillips. The senior let the junior beat him. Sorry about that, Bears. According to our scoreboard, lane 4, Scotty Senior, Cyrus Dittmar, with a time of 1 minute and 5 seconds. Next, our scoreboard shows Zachariah Phillips from the Bears with a time of 1 minute and 5 seconds. Then, Bears senior Braden Carr with a time of 1 minute and 10 seconds. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I said Zachariah had a time of 1:05. He had a time of 1:10. 1:10. Less than about a quarter of a second separated Zachariah and Braden of the Bears. Our next event, we have 2 left. Another relay. Hopefully my voice can hold out. 7 lanes. They have started. Lane 1 is the Bears. Lane 2 is the Scotties. Lane 3 is the Bears. Lane 4 is the Scotties. Lane 5 is the Redskins. Lane 6 is the Scotties. Lane 7 is the Redskins. We'll give you the teams now. Lane 1 for the Bears, Britton McCoy, Cindy Canada, Emily Williams, and anchored by Piper Andrews. Lane 2 for the Scotties, Anna Thomas, Chloe Barrier, Annika Lindsay, anchored by senior Rhiannon Shaw. Lane 3 for the Bears, their senior Marion Lazowski starts out, followed by Michaela White, then senior Rachel Smalley, and anchored by senior Carolyn Cox. Lane 4, senior Claire Waggle began for the Scotties, followed by Emma Pratt, then Alex Dale, anchored by senior Larissa Lynch. Lane 5, the Redskins, Ella Baylor, followed by Kendall Jackson, then Katie Jackson, anchored by Autumn Jones. Lane 6, Avery Dunn, followed by Ava Harris, then Katie Davis, anchored by Allie Norman. Lane 7, the Redskins began with senior Christiana Venti, followed by Abby McVeigh, then Anna Jensen, anchored by Ella Dooling. That roster down through one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Lane 1, the Bears, Britton McCoy, Cindy Canada, Emily Williams, anchored by Andrew Piper. Piper Andrews, sorry, strike that, reverse it. Piper Andrews was their anchor. Lane 2, Scotty's, Anna Thomas, Chloe Berry, Annika Lindsay, anchored by senior Rhiannon Shaw. The Bears, Lane 3, seniors, Marianne Lazowski, then Michaela White, then seniors, Rachel Smalley, anchored by senior Carolyn Cox. Lane 4, Scotty, senior Claire Waggle, Emma Pratt, Alex Dale, anchored by senior Larissa Lynch. Lane 5, the Redskins, Ella Baylor, Kendall Jackson, Katie Jackson, anchored by Autumn Jones. Lane 6, Scotty's, Avery Dunn, Ava Harris, Katie Davis, anchored by Allie Norman. Lane 7, the Redskins, Christiana Venti, their senior, followed by Abby McVeigh, Anna Jansen, and anchored by Ella Dooling. They're still swimming. Your teams are Lane 1, the Bears, Lane 2, the Scotties, Lane 3, the Bears, Lane 4, the Scotties, Lane 5, the Redskins, Lane 6, the Scotties, Lane 7, the Redskins. We're just waiting for them to finish up, and we'll give you teams and times. Each leg swims a 100, down and back, down and back. We have more swimmers and more time than my voice can handle, ladies and gentlemen. We'll attempt to run down that roster one more time for everybody. Lane 1, the Bears, Britton McCoy, Cindy Canada, Emily Williams, anchored by Piper Andrews. Lane 2, the Scotties, Anna Thomas, Chloe Berry, Annika Lindsay, anchored by senior Rhiannon Shaw. Lane 3, the Bears began with senior Marianne Lazowski, followed by Michaela White, then senior Rachel Smalley, and anchored by senior Carolyn Cox. Lane 4 began with Scotty senior Claire Waggle, followed by Emma Pratt, Alex Dale, and anchored by senior Larissa Lynch. Lane 5, the Redskins, Ella Baylor, Kendall Jackson, Katie Jackson, anchored by Autumn Jones. Lane 6, the Scotties, Avery Dunn, Ava Harris, Katie Davis, and anchored by Allie Norman. And Lane 7, the Redskins started out with senior Christiana Venti, followed by Abby McVeigh, Anna Jansen, and anchored by Ella Dooling. They are still swimming, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing you along, exciting girls 400-yard freestyle. We show on our leaderboard in lane 4, Scotty's team of senior Claire Waggle, Emma Pratt, Alex Dale, and anchored by senior Larissa Lynch with a time of 4 minutes and 13 seconds. The rest of our teams are still out there, waiting for our leaderboard to show who's going to wrap up next. We show in lane 5, the Redskins team of Ella Baylor, Kendall Jackson, Katie Jackson, anchored by Autumn Jones with a time of 4 minutes, 46 seconds. Again, we show lane 4, Scotty team time of 4 minutes, 13 seconds. Lane 5, Redskins team time of 4 minutes, 46 seconds. Next, we show in lane 3, the Bears team of senior Marianne Lazowski, followed by Michaela White, then senior Rachel Smalley, and anchored by senior Carolyn Cox with a time of 4 minutes and 54 seconds. Those teams, once again, if I can get them out for you, ladies and gentlemen. Lane 1, the Bears, Brittany McCoy, Cindy Canada, Emily Williams, and Piper Andrews. Lane 2 for the Scotties, Anna Thomas, Chloe Berry, Annika Lindsay, and senior Rhiannon Shaw. Lane 3 was the Bears, senior Marion Lutowski, followed by Michaela White, then senior Rachel Smalley and senior Carolyn Cox. Lane 4, the Scotties, senior Claire Waggle, Emma Pratt, Alex Dale, and senior Larissa Lynch. Lane 5, Redskins, Ella Baylor, Kendall Jackson, Katie Jackson, and Autumn Jones. Lane 6, Scotties, Avery Dunn, Ava Harris, Katie Davis, anchored by Allie Norman. And Lane 7, the Redskins, senior Christiana Vinti, then Abby McVeigh, Anna Jensen, and Ella Dooling. Our final event for the night, 3 teams for the men's 400-yard freestyle relay. Lane 3 belongs to the Bears. Lane 4 belongs to the Bears. Lane 5 will be the Scotties. The teams are, for the Bears in Lane 3, Jonathan Boo, senior Brody Fisher, Colin Addy, anchored by Jamal Watts. Lane 4 for the Bears begins with Cohen Bible, followed by senior Brady Philibon, Cole Tatro, anchored by senior Reese Pepper. The Scotties team consists of, starting out, senior Cyrus Dittmar, followed by Ethan Ankrum, Blaine Cox, and anchored by Hansel Holmes. We'll have plenty of time to give you that throughout the race. They're on the blocks. Take their marks. They have begun. Again, first leg, Lane 1 for the Bears, Jonathan View. Lane 4 for the Bears, Cohen Bible. Lane 5 for the Scotties, senior Cyrus Dittmar. In the first turn, it's too close to call. The Bears, Cohen Bible, and the Scotties, Cyrus Dittmar, running close to each other. Very close to them, as well is the Bears, Jonathan Dew. They're all within striking distance here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Lane 3, Jonathan Dew. Lane 4, the Bears, Cohen Bible. Lane 5, Scotties, Cyrus Dittmar. The first leg is done. Into the water is the Bears, Brady Philbaum, senior for the Bears, and the Scotties, Ethan Ankrum, as well as Lane 3, the Bears, senior Brody Fisher. Seeing if he can bring the Bears back. Again, Lane 3, we have Bears, senior Brody Fisher. Lane 4, Bears, senior Brady Philbaum, and Lane 5, Scotty, Ethan Ankrum. They have one more down and back lap. Currently in Lane 4, we have the Bears, Brady Philibon, their senior out in front, followed by the Scotties, Ethan Ankrum. Rounding out, the Bears, senior Brody Fisher. Next racers are on the blocks. We will have in Lane 3, the Bears, Colin Addy. Lane 4, the Bears, Cole Tatro. And Lane 5, Scotty Blaine Cox. Cole Tatro's in the water, as is Scotty Blaine Cox. Lane 3, Colin Addy is now in the water. We are in the third leg. In Lane 3, their anchor man will be Jamal Watts. Lane 4 for the Bears, their anchor will be senior Reese Pepper. In Lane 5, Scotty's anchor will be Hansel Holmes. Something keep ladies and gentlemen, we have out in front Cole Tatro in Lane 4. Lane 5 is Blaine Cox from the Scotties. In Lane 4, the Bears anchor, senior Reese Pepper, is now in the water. In Lane 5, the Scotties anchor, Hansel Holmes, is now in the water. In Lane 3, Colin Addy touches. That brings in their anchor, Jamal Watts. We have in the lead, in Lane 4, is the Bears, senior Reese Pepper. As he begins his last down and back. Behind him in Lane 5 is the Scotties, Hansel Holmes. He begins his last down and back. In Lane 3 is the Bears, Jamal Watts. In the last turn, headed down for the stretch. In first place is going to be Senior Reese Pepper. The Bears team of Cone Bible, Senior Brady Philibom, Cole Tatro, and Senior Reese Pepper. Show a time on our leaderboard of 3 minutes, 34 seconds. Next, Hansel Holmes rounds out the Tri-Valley Scotty team of Cyrus Ditmar, Senior, who began him. Then Ethan Ankrum, followed by Blaine Cox, anchored by Hansel Holmes. A time of 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Rounding out in lane 3 was the Bears team of Jonathan Vu, Senior Brody Fisher, Colin Addy, anchored by Jamal Watts, with a time of 4 minutes and 1 second. That will bring to a close this meet on Friday, January 22nd. We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for your patience. Hope that you will join us tomorrow at noon for that meet in which we will feature our seniors from Athens High School, seniors from Federal Hocking High School, Northridge High School, Tri-Valley High School, and Zanesville High School. During our break tomorrow, we will feature those seniors. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to those that attended. Thank you again to the Ohio High School Athletic Association, the Muskingum Y, for making this happen. To all our parent volunteers and to the teams. Again, thank you. God bless. We hope you have a good night.